when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, Lord, I want to be in that number. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, Lord, I want to be in that number. When the saints go marching in. Oh, Lord, I want to be in that number. When the saints go marching in. Take one more, Chris, come on. To be in that number when the saints go marching in. Thanks, guys. Good morning. Good morning and happy Sunday, Unity of Tampa. Yeah. When the saints go marching in. The Unitics marching in. That's right. All right, folks, let's stand up and sing the welcoming song, Come On In. We're going to get this service started off right. Standing outside the door of love and mercy, you wonder if there's a place there for you. You know there's peace inside, but still you're searching for someone who understands the pain you've been through. Where the Father waits with open arms, He's calling out your name. Come on in, welcome home, you are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in, come on in, yeah. Come on in. You'll find a place of rest and illumination, where God within you helps you to light your way. He knows the peace you need and the hurt you're feeling. He longs to hold you and to wipe your tears away. Where the doors are locked, the lights are on. What are you waiting for? Come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in, come on in. Well, there's room enough in this home of love for someone just like you. Come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in, come on in, yeah, come on in. All right, guys, thank you. Thank you for singing with us, for bringing that energy. Hey, Piper. Green light? It's on.
Okay.
Should be good.
Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah, it doesn't sound like it. Hello. There we go. Okay, awesome. Well, good morning. We are going to be making shaker bottles with the kids. It's a great coping mechanism. Shake it up and wait until it is settled. Or I'm looking at Melody because she has memories with shaker bottles, according to her mom. Yeah, and then we're going to be talking. Yeah. Melody, can I share? Melody used to be put in timeout with a shaker bottle to wait for it to relax and help her calm down, which I didn't know until this morning. So, should be fun. Well, centered. The deep roots of a large oak tree hold it securely in place, even in the strong winds of a thunderstorm. I imagine the tree receiving its strength from the nurturing, nutrient-rich soil below its branches. The roots reach deeper within the earth with each growing season. Without this root system, the tree would not receive the nutrients it needs to grow, and it would surely topple over. Just like the oak tree, I too am able to stay balanced and centered. When I pray, my awareness turns deep within my soul to find the foundation of God's love that supports me. Being with God in quiet, calm prayer nurtures my soul and keeps me strong in the face of challenges. I am self-love. I take care of my own mind, body, and spirit.
Awesome. Thank you, Piper. I am walking in the light, in the light, in the light. I am walking in the light of God. In the light, 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 in the light of God.
Wonderful.
Hey.
Welcome, everyone. I'm going to shake up that bottle right here. All right. Welcome, first visitors. I'm Pat, there you go, if you don't know me. So, first-time visitors. I'm Pat. Where are you? Oh, there's a first-time visitor. Thank you. You get a little gift, a flower, and then please see David in the back for a free shirt. And welcome, and I hope you enjoy the service. And so, all the rest of you, and you out there in the digital world, thank you for going to our Sunday bulletin, the e-newsletter, the Facebook, the website, and check in on your social media now, and then turn off those cell phones. Why did you even bring them in here? Okay. Oh, new t-shirt colors. That shakes it up. Oh, nice. Beautiful. The positivity rate in Hillsborough County is coming down slightly. The percentage positive rate is 20.8, and so masks are recommended. And the Unity Board and all of us are committed to keeping our congregation as safe as possible. Thank you, Snack Angels. Meet and greet and eat. We love that. In Fellowship Hall after the service. Sign up in Fellowship Hall to, bring a snack once in a while. Doesn't, what? Tuna. That's an inside joke for some of you, but you'll hear about it later. So see Vivian for more. Vivian in the beautiful purple Unity t-shirt. Okay.
Actually, that's brown, not purple.
Okay, Bobby. Got it. I'll look at from another eye view. All right, sleeping mats delivered. This week, the mat makers delivered half a dozen sleeping mats to Metropolitan Ministries for distribution to the homeless. Congratulations. Wow, that is so terrific. I know I cut some of those little plastic buggers. Yes, a lot of work. So thank you those who kept going. Every fourth Sunday, join the care team to crochet plastic shopping bags into sleeping mats. Instructions and materials are provided. YFM training volunteers, teachers are, needed, right? Facilitators. Saturday, August 13th, there's going to be a training. And so visit Youth and Family Ministries, yes. Wow. That's exciting. So visit unitytampa.org for information and sign up. We're on the map, you guys. We're on the southeast map. Woo! Okay, only 7 spots left. Wow. And 1 year to pay for the Unity of Tampa, Montana retreat with Peter Cater. July 26th through 30th, 2023. 4 nights, 5 days. Taking reservations now. See Jeffrey after service. And you don't even have to climb a mountain to see him. We'll climb those later in Montana. Celebrating birthdays today. Linda Reed, where are you? 88. Happy birthday. Margaret. Margaret's on the 13th. That's coming up. That's Saturday, isn't it? Yeah, Saturday. Always. Is there another birthday we're missing out there? Anybody else? This week? This week? Because last week was a sad week. Oh, the new person? No, next Sunday. Oh, you have to come back. You don't get out because it's your birthday next Sunday. Okay, all right.
We're going to sing him happy birthday.
Thanks,
Happy
everyone.
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, God loves you. Happy birthday to you. Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot I was supposed to come up. See, 1 week off and you can't even trust me to get back up here. All right, well, good morning. Good morning. Thank you for coming out today. I do have a few announcements of my own. First, I want to talk about the talent show. Pat Fenda, come on up. So, if you missed Friday night's talent show, you missed a very fun night, but you could still watch on Facebook. You can go back and see it. It was a great night here, and thanks to Pat Fenda. Thank you. Elliot put this whole thing together. Pat Fenda decided to MC. And if you were one of our performers, will you stand up? I don't.
Hey, yes.
I know Mark.
Mark, Linda.
Linda.
Where's Jill?
I think they all took today off.
Yeah, they were exhausted.
And this is some of what we had. And there they all are.
Yeah.
We had a wonderful, wonderful night. And, hold please.
Dun, dun, dun. Drum roll.
These are for you, Miss Pat Fenda.
Oh, how sweet.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, you deserve to be honored. That was incredible. She not only emceed, she actually performed between every act. Yes. I mean, it was a big deal. But it was a fun night. So thank you to everybody who was able to make it out. I also where's Miss Norma? Miss Norma, you have to come on up here. We want to thank everybody for the wonderful job that we had with those backpacks and school supplies for Children's Board and Joshua House. Unbelievable effort. Sorry, I'm not that quick. And these are for Miss Norma, who led the whole thing, worked very hard, and did so much to make this happen the entire summer. So thank you for all your leadership and for your wonderful work. You may say 2 things. Here, get her the mic. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, am I here? Okay. As usual, you guys came through. We delivered, with the help of Susan, so much stuff to Joshua House, we can't even count it, okay? We did at least 25 backpacks, and I think there were more coming. To the home, Karen and I delivered 43 backpacks packed
Wow.
with supplies. After we did the 43 backpacks to the home, we got a call from a lady in Port Tampa. So we took 15 backpacks to Port Tampa. And finally, yesterday, I finished up. I'd met this lady and her 3 children at the IHOP. So they got school supplies and shoes and socks.
Wow.
So it was a tremendous, you guys did great. Thank you. Thank you so much.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
It was awesome.
And now I will rest until next year.
So, Norma, what was our goal for this year?
It wasn't that. We really didn't have a goal.
Okay.
We started out with the home and Joshua House. But Susan went overboard with Joshua House. And they had asked for 50 backpacks at the home. So we
Yeah.
provided 43. And then Karen and I went to they asked us to come back to the health fair that they were having. And we had to work.
Yeah, I heard you were put to work.
But it was fun. It was worth it. And I guess we will do it again. We learned a lot. So we'll know what to do for next year.
Awesome. Well, thank you to all our volunteers and everybody who donated money. We had a lot of money donated too, not just backpacks. So apologies for running long on announcements, but we had important thank yous to give. And I really believe that's an important part of what we do here. So I also want to acknowledge that Janice is our board angel on duty for the second week. Thank you, Janice. He said he's exhausted from us working him so hard. And of course, Pat Fenda, you were platform assistant for 2 weeks. So I don't know if you and Janice just hooked up on this or what the deal was, but thank you. Yeah. All right. With all that said, let's say our affirmation together. Are you ready? There is only one power and one presence in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotent. And today's daily word is release. And it says, releasing the past, I make room for the future. My life experiences have provided me with many gifts, from joyous to painful. I have taken something from each one, a nugget of wisdom, understanding, solace. It has helped me evolve into the person I am today. I am always growing. I am always changing. With gratitude, I receive the blessings while letting the painful memories go. I have no room for regret and do not dwell on things I have no power to change. Amen to that. As I release unwanted thoughts and unpleasant memories, I free myself to enjoy new experiences and create beautiful and lasting memories. With an uncluttered mind and an unburdened heart, I embrace the present moment and eagerly create my bright, beautiful future. And from Ecclesiastes, a time to seek and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to throw away. So that's our message for today, and I will turn it back over to Elliot and our wonderful band who did such a great job Friday night. Oh my goodness. Yeah. All right,
Thank you,
I will
Nancy.
let you have us back home.
That's right. We're going to sing Home this month of August. So why don't you guys stand again and we'll sing this together. Hold on to me as we go, as we roll down this unfamiliar road. Although this weight is stringing us along, Just know you're not alone. I'm gonna make this place your home. Settle down, it'll all be clear. Don't pay no mind to the demons that fill you with fear. Trouble, it might drag you down. You get lost, you can always be found. Just know you're not alone. I'm gonna make this place your home. Everybody.
How nice was that? Now, let's just see, out of curiosity. Can you do the oohs without them? Let's see. Oh, nice job. I'm just saying.
It's not the easiest thing when you don't have the lyrics to guide it, but you guys are good, man.
Yeah, I keep moving over. Where's Jill? She here? Oh, yeah, Jill, I keep moving over. I'm just telling you. Yeah. Jill had a little accident up here on Friday night. She threw a whole can of tuna on our stage. It was my biggest moment. Yeah, Jeffrey's big moment. All right. I have a great story to share with you. So 2 weeks ago, I gave a talk on the kaleidoscope shift. And someone, Kathy Johnson, who writes our, gets our stories ready on Sunday, she called me on the trip and told me this story. I asked her to write it up. And this is in her words. I want to tell you what happened to her after listening to the kaleidoscope shift. I, along with everyone else, have been feeling the pinch of high gas and food prices. In addition, I've had several unexpected household and medical expenses lately that brought more financial stress into my life. After watching Sunday's kaleidoscope service, I filled up my car, took my grandson out shopping for gifts for my granddaughter's 2nd birthday. Had to say no to an expensive toy he wanted, which added to my stress, bought him something a little more affordable, and took him out to lunch. All the while, I was watching my wallet dwindle and getting more stressed out, feeling more unlucky. We then went to Aldi to pick up a few things. While I was in Aldi, I was lamenting over how all the prices had gone up again. We pick up what we need for the week and a couple of extra things that I didn't necessarily need, but that I like to buy from Aldi. It is a 30-minute ride from my house, and I thought it was smart to save gas and get things while I was there. Checking out, there's an older woman in front of me with a young boy, maybe 7 or 8 years old. The clerk looked frustrated with the woman as she literally was searching her purse for pennies to pay for her groceries. She had a bag of flour, a loaf of bread, and a dozen eggs. When she had emptied everything she had, I asked her what she needed. She was 30 cents short, so I dug out my wallet, which had $23 in cash in it, and handed the clerk $1. Without thinking, I took out a $20 bill and dropped it into her purse, and she looked at me and started to cry. She waited to thank me as we checked out, and I asked her if she took care of that little boy. She said she was raising 3 of her grandchildren on her Social Security. So I took a few of the extra things in my card, a package of cookies, which got a big smile from the little boy, a package of sausage, and a package of hot dog buns, and I put those in her bag. She told me she didn't know what to say, to which I replied there was no need for her to say anything, just people helping people. She was so grateful that it was hard for me not to cry. It was at that moment that I realized that my kaleidoscope had shifted. I was no longer feeling unlucky. I was actually feeling more blessed and more fortunate than I have in a very long time. My grandson and I went out to the parking lot, and he asked me why I did what I did. I explained to him that while we sat in the car, that it was a wonderful lesson for him. As we were pulling out, the woman and boy came out of the store with a few more bags of groceries. She had gone back in and spent that $20 on more food for those children. She absolutely made my day, and I can't tell you how grateful I am that she was put in my path. Isn't that a great story? Yeah, I was so moved by her gesture, but how important it is to shift our consciousness, because we may think we have it bad, but there's always something else that reminds us how blessed we are. All right, with that said, I can't believe we're singing Blessing to the World, but it's perfect.
There you have it.
Let's get ready for meditation.
I am the heart, I am the hands, I am the voice of spirit on earth, and all I am and all I do is a blessing to the world. We'll sing you. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are, and all you do is a blessing to the world. We'll sing we. We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of spirit on earth, and who we are, and all we do is a blessing to the world, is a blessing to the world. You're a blessing to the world.
Taking in those words, you are a blessing to this world. Your heart, your hands, your voice. Let's take a few deep breaths. And as you breathe in, imagine breathing in the light of God, making your heart brighter, your thoughts clear, your mind at peace. And as you breathe out, letting go of everything you walked in this door thinking about. Allowing yourself to just be present in this moment. Let the words I'm going to share just brush over your heart, taking in what is right for you. As I center myself, I become fully aware of my breathing. When I become mindful of my breath, I can no longer be absorbed by concerns of the past or those of the future. It is in the present moment that I can begin a journey that allows me to return to my source and focus on what is right in front of me. Through presence of mind and absence of ego, I can embrace every experience with an open heart. Being present on my life's journey allows me to interact with every person. Listen with an open mind and enjoy each experience in its glory. And that's when I can live from my truth and reveal my authentic self. While holding a vision for my destination can be useful, being open and flexible to the possibilities along the way helps me to recognize divine guidance and avoid the need to struggle. I am energized and fulfilled when I come from a place of love, allowing myself to breathe, taking in the scenery around me, living my life with enthusiasm and joy. Remembering my truth fills me with peace and keeps me from getting distracted by my thoughts. I can then relax and focus on what truly matters. My realization of oneness. And as my mind and heart fill with the awareness of divine love, I take a few minutes now to breathe this in. Notice the stillness, the peace, and the calm. As my sacred self, I am present in mind and spirit, and with my mind and heart centered in peace, I come back to this moment in time with an open mind, an open heart, and the gift that I am at peace. Thank you, Bobby. Good morning, Logan. So I want to begin today by asking a couple of questions, and I want you to be honest with yourself. So how many of you woke up this morning thinking about what you needed to do or where you needed to be? How many of you woke up thinking about how you needed to be today? It's not common for us, is it? To think about the how we want to experience our days. And most of us are programmed with the where and the what, where we need to be, what we need to do. Only a small percentage of people wake up thinking, how do I want to show up today? No matter where I go and what I do. So during our recent trip to Maryland, I had numerous opportunities to consider both where, what, and how. Where and what being about the destination, and how and the experience being more about the journey. So for the past 28 years, Jeffrey and I have taken 1 to 2 weeks off every year. 1 week between Christmas and New Year's, and the other week spread out over weekends. A day here, a day there, etc. When this year started, I had made a commitment to myself that we had to do better than that. That I needed to find time and needed to be able to step away and make more memories. With our corporate work and the commitment we have to Unity of Tampa and Melodies 7 days a week, there's very little downtime in our life. And on a regular basis, other than meal time or drive time, there's not a lot of space. And while we're very passionate about all three commitments, or we wouldn't be doing them, we're overly focused on destinations every day. What needs to be accomplished? What's on the schedule? How many corporate meetings do we have? Where do we need to be at the church? What's going on? Who needs counseling? Who needs help? What, all these things. Very little time is consciously spent on focusing on our journey. And I think it's true for a lot of people, but it's definitely true for us. So on this trip, we had 34 hours in the car, 17 up and 17 back. And we were well prepared. We had plenty of snacks, healthy and unhealthy, plenty of water. You had to have the unhealthy, plenty of water, and we were taking 3-hour shifts in driving. Whenever one of us was not driving, we were checking email, checking messages, returning calls, etc. And we were balancing, taking breaks, stretching, letting the dog walk, getting bio breaks, and walking around ourselves in between. But what became really obvious to me 3 hours into the trip was that a major part of this experience was not about where we were going. It was about how we were going to experience going there. We had plenty of time to think about that and do that. But for that to happen, we all needed to be flexible and be in the moment and be able to be in the moment. You know, it's much like life, taking a road trip. You get off the beaten path, you're going to find your way back. You stop for longer than you expected, you realize how to get it back and make up time where you need to. Eckhart Tolle reminds us that remaining in the present moment depends upon our ability not to live from our ego self. Because when we're in our ego self, the only thing that matters is the past or the future, not the present. Interestingly enough, we enter this world as ego-free spirits, carefree. And the older we get, the less carefree we become. We push and push and push that inner child, that free spirit, further and further away. And that's partially because of life's demands and partially because we allow social conditioning to push us in that direction. Be, do, hurry up. Get this done, get something else done, then add something else. One list after another. But in the process, somewhere along the line, we learned to take life way too seriously. Overcommitting, driving ourselves too hard, and that became really evident to me in our personal lives. But for all of us, as we do that, what happens is our inner light becomes dimmer. Fewer people see it. And it gets to the place where we don't remember what we just did. And it's not because we're getting older. It's because we have too much to do. Have you ever thought, what did I come in here to get? Oh, wait, did I get it? Wait, did I make that call? I don't remember. Did I just have that call? That's a sign of overload, not just a sign that we're losing our memories. I was recognizing that life had become about the destination more than the journey. But I was also observing on this trip that our authentic selves were being revealed and shining through when we were in the present moment and on the actual journey. When we were in the moment, singing and dancing in the car, yes, I sing and dance in the car, Twizzlers in hand. So it's a little problem if you're on driving shift. Melody asked me, what is that song? I said, it's a little 70s and 80s. You got to kind of get with it. We can't listen to all your modern music all the way up. But as I began to observe us, I also noticed when the destination became our obsession. So 15 hours into the trip going up, we had perfect 15 hours. The last 2 were brutal. So it was pouring rain, foggy, and we had multiple bridges to go over. And it was scary. Same thing happened when we got back to Florida. Last 2 hours were brutal. And I could see visibly that the destination was all anybody cared about, and the journey didn't matter. We just wanted to get home. But most obvious was realizing that when you reach your destination, you actually start a new journey. So every time we finish something, a new journey takes its place. And so life is really about the journey, not the destination, because the destination is brief. And every part of your destination requires you being present to the journey. For me, it was about spending time on the balcony of the second floor of the house we rented. And I could go out and see the boats go by and the sails on the ships. And I would just take my computer up there and my coffee, and I just wanted to be by myself. And I loved every morning like that. And then we'd get all ready and excited because our son Jay, who's on paternity leave right now, he would bring Logan over to where we were since Emily's back at work and working from home. So every day Logan came over with Jay, and all I wanted to do was focus on the two of them. Watching Jay, who's becoming a new dad, 4 months old now, Logan is, and here he's learning all these new skills, and I'm getting to watch what he learned from his own dad, and maybe what he learned from me too. But while we had lots and lots of fun, even in the evenings, going over to their place, spending time with Emily, and we had time with Emily's family, and we played games, and we had a meal together. Even when we were doing absolutely nothing, the whole experience was about being present to one another and making memories. Joseph Campbell said this: if you follow your bliss, you put yourself on a kind of track that has been there all the while, waiting for you, and the life that you ought to be living is the one you are living. Wherever you are, he said, if you are following your bliss, you are enjoying that refreshment, that life within you all the time. It was obvious to me how different this blissfulness was from our day-to-day experiences, which is what I believe he was referring to when he said this. Our life has become so economic and practical in its orientation that as you get older, the claims of the moment upon you are so great you hardly know where you are or what it is you intended. You're always doing something that is required of you. Where is your bliss station? You must try to find it. Even with trying to juggle work, church, family, we had found our bliss. Every day we got work done that we needed to get done, but we allowed ourselves to be free-spirited and make as many memories with each other as we could. Another part of this journey that became obvious was that we were learning to listen to each other differently. Melody was sharing life reflections I've never heard her talk about. Maybe she said them and I've been too busy. Usually, her reflections are about the destination of the day, but these were life reflections. What she was, what she wanted in her life, what she was feeling at this point, being almost 14. And above all was remembering for us to be grateful. Grateful that we were able to make this trip to Maryland to be with our family. Grateful for the three of us and our dog actually having time together in the car. Where will we get 34 hours together again? We'll need to take another road trip. Grateful for the sweet place we had found on the water, that we could just be quaint, sweet, and peaceful. Grateful for all of you who had stepped up so we could step away. Grateful to Reverend Marcia, who did such a wonderful job. We listened to her talk on the way home. And grateful that we would be welcomed home when we returned, knowing that we had somewhere to go. Joseph Campbell says, opening up to more meaningful dimensions of bliss is simply a matter of letting your life speak. We are having experiences all the time which may on occasion render some sense of this, a little intuition of where your bliss is. Grab it. No one can tell you what is going to be. You have to learn to recognize your own depth. You know, we talk a lot about God being in the present moment, and that is why it is bliss, because we are our authentic divine selves. So in keeping with Reverend Marcia's talk last week about asking ourselves the right questions. I'm going to leave you with a question I want you to really ponder today. How can I live each day focused on the journey and not the destination? Let's review our takeaways. Learning to enjoy the journey can be enlightening if we are willing to, 1, be present and flexible in every experience. Every moment will be memorable if you are. Number 2, stop doing and practice being. Give yourself permission to just be, even if it's only for a few minutes every day. Number 3, listen carefully to those around you, because when you do, you will learn to hear them differently. Number 4, express gratitude for the people in your lives. God's blessings are everywhere if you look. And today's affirmation is, I am fully present for my life's journey. Let's say that together. I am fully present for my life's journey. Our quote today I thought was perfect. It's from Dr. Paul T.P. Wong. Life is a journey, not a destination. A worthy life is a journey of adventure, discovery, and service to others. Let's take that in. So we pause now to reflect upon the gift of bliss, the present moment, free spirit, carefree days, and the blessing of focusing on our journey, knowing that at every stop is another journey. And if we can recall every step along the way, then we will know that we were in the presence of God when we took those steps. So we give thanks for the how we will show up today and the gifts that are bestowed upon us in this lifetime. Amen. If you have prayer needs, please fill out one of the cards in front of your seats and leave the prayer in the back of the room. And if you're on Facebook or watching us later, then you can also just go to our website and enter your prayer needs there, and we will definitely place you on Monday's prayer list. And I would just ask that everybody hold Mary Key and Sheila in prayer. Both of them could use extra prayers from us. Our giving affirmation. We say this every week with the hope that each of you will become prosperity thinkers in your own life and empower yourself to know that when the human sense looks like there's no way, like in Kathy's story, that you recognize there's always a way. So let's say it together, knowing that we are empowering our lives, and we'll say it as we. We have faith in God as our instant, constant, abundant supply and supplier. We have faith in God to open ways when to the human sense there is no way. We have faith in God to guide us in all our ways, and our health, happiness, and prosperity are assured. Thank you, God, for your abundant good now flowing forth to meet our every need. Amen. And just a quick reminder before I turn it over. One, I want to thank you, Dolores, for taking on our books in Fellowship Hall. She's eliminating all the extras. If you want to borrow any books, please feel free to do so. That's what they're there for. And thank you for all the ways you dress me on Sundays. All my jewelry has been coming from this lovely woman. Every Sunday she shows up, she makes me change my earrings or whatever. So I feel very blessed. I told her she should start selling all her jewelry here, and we'll put out a little bucket and replenish her goods so that she can continue making things for everybody. And then also, Bronwyn, thank you for all the healing you do. And just a reminder, Bronwyn's here after the service too, not just before. So if you want a little Reiki healing, you can see her after. Okay, that's the end of me. I will sit down.
Thank you, Nancy. One, two, three. On all of the paths that have pointed to peace, and all of the cures that have promised release, the message was in all of these: the joys in the journey, the joys in the journey, the joys in the journey. On all of the books that I've read and reread, and all of the lectures that I play in my head, the wisdom of the great ones have said: the joys in the journey, the joys in the journey, the joys in the journey. Now don't be mistaken or misled, my friend. I got my days with the blues. When I am down, I am helped back again by someone who's been there too. So in all of the good times, and all of the bad, and all of the counts that have forgotten I've had, the kindest thought always comes back. The joy is in the journey, the joy is in the journey, the joy is in the journey. The joy is in the journey, the joy is in the journey, the joy is in the journey. Thank you. Appreciate that, guys. Thanks so much for being with us this morning. We're going to stand and sing the peace song, and we'll close the service with our prayer for protection and a little more jazz. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment
Now let's join together in saying the prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is great. Thank you, Michael, back there. And Duncan, thank you. And David. Have a wonderful week.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to just take this one, or do you want it via email? I write them every week to match my talk. I write them. Yeah, every week I write them and make sure they match the message so they prepare people. I didn't know that. And what do you teach? Oh, cool.
Mark, I thought you guys would do like a little Gracie Allen thing at the talent show. Don't hide that light under a bushel. I know you got something.